Now for updates on sports stories across the globe, Aaron the Baron Akerejola joins us with all the gist happening in the outbreak.
Why are you
laughing
now? You need to respect yourself. That's all I will say. Let's get straight into the...
Am I lying?
Let's get straight into
The something was very small.
the stories for the day. And we'll start it off with some good news for Marcus Rashford and his long and protracted problems with Manchester United. Right now, he's on loan to Barcelona FC, which has been a very, very massive shock to several people. But he says he feels like he's back home and he's feeling at home with this particular move. We wish him all the best. And at the moment, we'll be hoping that he can actually get his career back on track, because right now it's literally gone off the rails and the players seem to be on a free fall. We hope he can capture his thunder once again as he joins the Blaugrana for the season 2025-2026. But in the meantime, let's actually go straight to Morocco, where the Super Falcons bid to win their 10th title is well and truly on. Mission X, you're calling it. And Arise correspondent A.B. Yomo has this report.
Nigeria departed Casablanca yesterday and are now in Rabat ahead of Saturday's final clash against the host, Morocco. Now on Tuesday, they faced off against the South African side, who were very intense. They played a very hard-fought game and it ended 2-1 in favor of Nigeria. The victory against South Africa was marred by Gabriela Salgado's injury. The injury was quite horrific as she broke her leg. Now, Nigerian team followed up on this injury and went ahead to visit Salgado in the hospital. Few of the players went led by the captain, Rashford, and they gave her a signed jersey while wishing her a swift recovery. But all in all, the mood in the camp is one of confidence. We've heard the players like the captain, Rashford, Echegini, all speak of how they wish to lay their hands on the WAFCON title and bring it back home. And hopefully we see a lot of celebrations in Nigeria. The Moroccans, on the other hand, are in their second straight final after losing to South Africa in the last edition. Now they will hope to impress their fans when they face up against a Nigerian side who've been resilient all tournament long. Nigeria are yet to lose a single game in this tournament. While Morocco, who have scored so many goals, 12, have had a very weak defense, conceding 6 goals this tournament. While we concentrate on the final on Saturday, the third place match we played on Friday between South Africa and Ghana, and so many fans would have hoped.
All right, AB will be keeping tabs with the Super Falcons as they bid to win this weekend. But in the meantime, one man seems to be splitting hairs. Okay, before then, let's talk about WAFU B tournament, under 20 tournament that just ended in Ghana. And the Super and the Flying Eagles, I beg your pardon, were not that lucky, as a very composed baby elephants decided to put them to the sword. 1-0 was how we actually ended in the finals. And the baby elephants of Ivory Coast showed composure throughout the tournament, controlled the game, ultimately won by a solitary goal to actually win that one. But one particular story is raising eyebrows and splitting hairs in the Nigerian media space, as former Super Eagles captain Brown Adeide has been speaking on a podcast and probably spilling the beans on how much players within the league are being paid. Brown Adeide.
Are they still taking good care of
the
our boys?
MPFA players?
Yes.
Look, I would say no.
Okay.
I would say no. At Imba, we are receiving 7K a day.
In 2025?
A day.
7,000 naira.
7K. Sometimes 8K, sometimes 7K. So let's say we have a game today. The money will be transferred to the captain to share it. 7 or 8K. The money is not even stable. Some days is 7, some days is 8.
Not $7,000.
7K.
You know, when
7,000 naira.
Because when Legend said
7,000
15,000 at that time.
A day for what?
If you doubt me, I can call somebody
We know they doubt
live
you.
and
We
put
just
it on
say-
speaker. The person
7,000 naira for waiting like every day.
a day. And the worst part is you don't receive match bonus weekly or monthly. You receive it at the end of the season.
They will accumulate it and give you at the end of the season.
End of the season.
How
So
much is this match bonus?
it depends on what the captain and the chairman or the director agreed before the start of the league.
And the contrasting thing to this particular story is the fact that he also granted another interview where he spoke about his time in 2006 and how much he was earning back then. Brown Adeide.
I have my small salary of 1.2. 1.2
As at
then,
that time?
yeah.
Oh,
I have my
wow.
small salary of 1.2.
They were playing that well
Yes.
in the FFF
My
as at
salary,
that time, bro.
my salary in Ocean Boys then was 1.2 million. I have a car. I booked hotel like for one good year. Like I can comfortably stay there with no disturbance, nobody, no, like literally I was balling in Bayelsa. I was living my best life.
So it's just a harsh reflection of how badly paid our players are, because he didn't mention it fully there. Let me just clarify. The 7,000 or 8,000, as the case may be, is just for match days, so not every day. So maybe if they're going to play on a Sunday, they'll get paid 7,000 on a Friday as match allowance, on a Saturday as match allowance, and he said that on Sunday, after the match, nobody bothers about them, you're on your own.
He plays for Eyimba.
Eyimba.
Governor Alex Oti, with due respect, this thing has come to your door, and we have to say it the way it is. I mean, if footballers of Eyimba, not just any team, Eyimba that was the first team to win CAF Champions League for us, they are making this claim. Governor Alex Oti, you are the chief officer of the state, and the buck stops at your door. We need to get response from the government and compare it to the amount he said he used to be paid at another team run by, I think, Ocean Boys of Brass.
Yes.
That was owned by the state government, if my memory serves me right. Because I knew it was Ocean Boys of Brass, was from Brass local government.
Yes.
The Ocean Boys too did very well then. Because when you prorate the figure, 1.2 million naira at 2006, you are an agbabola. Because
They didn't want to move to Europe.
the economy was so viable then, was so good. $1.26 million as at 2006, prorated with the exchange rates then, maybe a little over 100 naira. That's a couple of thousands of US dollars. So now compared to what they are being paid today,
As bonuses?
No. I think the state governor of Abia State should be able to, react to this. And it has to be said, no. This is a sad one.
Aaron, I want to clarify. The 7,000 naira per day is a match bonus. So is there a basic salary?
There should be a basic salary, monthly salary.
Yes.
There should be a basic salary.
But he didn't speak to that.
He didn't speak to that.
Okay, so I think it's also important for us to contextualize that. As much as the 7,000 per day is low, I think it's also important for us to understand what the basic salary is.
Now, the basic salary is not a flat figure. So
Depends on your contract.
depends on
It
your
depends on
contract.
of course, per
but
player,
he will not be
yes.
able to speak to that because
Well, he should
he's a
tell us.
superstar
And
and
he's
he will
still
earn
employment.
more than probably
but we want to know how much
8 or
he's
9
earning.
of them combined.
But you
will
understand what
earn.
I'm saying?
Yes.
As much as 7,000 per day is low,
Yes.
the argument is he's comparing it to his salary, monthly salary, not bonuses of 2016. So let's know what his
2006.
Of 2006, sorry. He's comparing it to his salary. He's not comparing it to the match bonuses of that year. So we can't compare apples and
No,
oranges.
so it's not. No, this is not apples and oranges. What he's trying to do, So I just brought both videos together. Put it into context. What he's trying to say is this: 7,000 naira to take care of your entire day for feeding and every other logistics you need to do. In this modern economy, it's appalling.
It's appalling, but we need to know what the basic salary
And
because he might be earning 100 million naira.
It's not even any close to that.
How will you earn 100 million naira in Nigerian football?
No, I just threw a number out.
okay,
It wouldn't be 100 million, but I'm throwing out a figure as an example.
Okay, all this talk about, yesterday we were talking about the pension of policemen. Today we're talking about bonuses for footballers. I hope one day you journalists will talk about how much journalists are paid and how well journalists are paid. So why you worry trying to remove the log from other people's eyes? Why don't you start with the log in your own eyes?
Join us when we go to
I will.
pension.
I'll be ready. Whether pension or salary to talk
You
about
want-
it.
you want to lead the way.
To talk
I
about
tell
the
us
condition of
when
journalists.
journalists are being
But that's not what I want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
First, Rashford. I think he's he may just be lucky at Barcelona. He was on loan to Aston Villa, where he showed flashes of brilliance.
Yes, he did.
Ruben Amorim having denied him opportunities, he himself not having lived up to expectation. Now, Barcelona has taken him for 40 million euros, right?
Yeah.
You know, they got him on the cheap, but he's been given another opportunity to shine. He's going to wear jersey 14, which was a jersey that was worn by Thierry Henry before him and Johan Cruyff. We hope that he will be able to live to that expectation. The Falcons, they are in the finals. That was a nerve-wracking, nail-biting, match with South Africa. But Gloria Alozie saved us with that long volleyball that just went into the net without anybody being able to touch it. And in the 73rd minute, there was also one of the players who stopped the ball before it went, across the line.
Yes.
I thought we were just lucky because the South Africans really wanted to defend their title, but, we got lucky. Playing Morocco in the finals, well, we just have to fulfill that rim of mission 10 of winning up to 10 titles. Nigeria has never lost in the finals since 1998.
Yes.
I hope they will be able to do that this time around. England is also true to the final, miraculously, like Nigeria, thanks to Chloe Kelly and also Michelle Agiman. They were able to get to the final. Now they are going to face Spain. And I hope, maybe they will be able to also gain glory. So those are the issues. Venus Williams is back at the Washington Open at the age of 45.
Yeah,
and she's been winning.
Yeah.
She won the doubles, she won the singles against Peyton, So never say never in sports, as we say. And Nigeria wants to host Formula One. We'll see how that goes when Formula One comes here. Thank you very much, Aaron.